Let's finish this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast with our Week 12 Extra Juicy Dawg.
Oh, oh,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
ah,
whoa, whoa.
ah, God,
Ankle biter,
monsters.
ankle biter. Give me whatever position you want, Max. I'll follow you.
All right, well, I'm gonna start with the quarterback. All right, because
Yeah,
that's what we have written here
keep it the
first.
same. Yep.
All right, Cole Breezy, I'm leading it off with Bo Nix. Going Bo
Mm.
Nix taking on Las Vegas. You kidding me? Las Vegas blows. They blow. Las Vegas is ranked 25th against quarterbacks this year. They have to go to Vegas, but Bo Nix will be all right. Last week he had 307 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. That's 32.5 fantasy points. Cobrizzi, he's ranked seventh among quarterbacks in our fantasy football league. In our fantasy
Ugh,
football league. Uh-huh.
ugh.
And all I got to say is this the rookie of the year? Do you think he's the rookie of the year, Cobrizzi?
Him or Jaden Daniels. Him or Jaden Daniels. It's gonna be a decision because Jaden Washington's winning games too. They got a better
Yeah.
record than Denver. But yeah, Bo Nix might be the biggest surprise coming out here to Denver. Team sucked last year. Team fucking
Blue.
blew, and we didn't expect a lot of wins. And Broncos are fighting for the playoffs. So hell of a season from Bo Nix. I wish I would have picked him up in our league. I got him in our other league. I scooped him up in our other league. But Bo Nix, I mean, he might be one of the best quarterback pickups this season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If he's still in your on your waivers, go get him right now. Go get him.
Has to. QB7. That's
Go get
that's
him.
one of the biggest surprises right there. My extra juicy dog for week 12 is going to be quarterback Justin Herbert from the Los Angeles Chargers. He's playing Baltimore. This is the Hardball Bowl, Max. Jimmy and
Oh,
Johnny.
fun. I totally
J-
forgot. That's gonna be fun.
Jimmy and Johnny going duking it out. Herbert this season, he's quarterback 15. We kind of expected that with the run heavy scheme coming over. He's quarterback 15 on the season, but his last 4 weeks have been his top four performances of the season. He scored 24, 19, 19, and 24 fantasy points.
Nice.
Justin Herbert has one interception on the season. No starter can say that. No starter can say
Nope.
that. One interception. The Chargers in this game against the Ravens, 3-point home underdogs. Going to have to be throwing that baby 50.5 point over under. That's tied for the highest on the week. A lot of points coming. Ravens, we've talked about it plenty of times here. They're 30th against the quarterback position in fantasy football. Justin Herbert, baby, he wants to win this for Jimmy. He wants to win this for Jimmy. Fire up Herbert if you need it. If you got guys, if you got maybe Brock Purdy, who's CJ Stroud, throw in Justin Herbert, boys.
Love that pick, Cobra Izzy. You better believe he's in my other fantasy lineup for this week. Not our league, but our other league. Yeah, right now.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Oh yeah,
that.
he's in there. He's in there. All right, Cobra Izzy, let's move over to the running back position. I don't even think we brought up this guy yet this year, but I'm going with Brian Robinson
Mm,
Jr. from
yep.
Washington Commanders taking on Dallas, dude. How many times do we have to
Uh,
bring up that Dallas just blows?
mm,
They
mm,
suck. They suck
yeah.
offensively. They suck defensively. Dallas is ranked 30th against the run. Okay, he's back and ready to roll, Cole Breezy.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, last week after missing 2 games due to a knee injury, he got himself into the end zone. He also
Of course.
had 63 rushing yards just to get himself back into it, just to get back into it.
Solid. Solid.
I think Washington's going to run the ball like crazy. They're going to run all over Dallas because they can. They can just do whatever the hell they want. And I'm counting a my buddy,
Hey.
Mr. Tutty for Brian Robinson Jr. As
Hello.
soon as they get on that goal line, they love pushing Brian Robinson in there. So let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Definitely a good season for Brian Robinson. Great pick. Um, yeah, they're gonna run all over Dallas, and I hope Jaden Daniels can get one or two. Can Jaden Daniels run one or two in? Damn it.
Yeah.
Eckler and fucking what McNichols or whoever it is.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Get out of here.
I
Get
hate
out
how
of
they
here.
squeeze in McNichols.
Uh,
That actually pisses
uh,
me off.
uh. My extra juicy dog at the running back position for week 12. Just like you said, I don't think we've talked about this guy much this year. He's having a career year. James Conner. James Conner
Yeah.
of the Arizona Cardinals. They're playing at Seattle. He's RB16. He's RB16 right now. 16 plus carries in 7 of his 10 games. That's a lot of volume. Last week, he set season highs with 5 receptions and 80 receiving yards. So Kyler's starting to dump it down to him a little bit. But this is where I get nervous. This is where I get nervous with James Conner. Of course, he's only played more than 13 games twice in his career. He's already up at 10 right now. That's why I have his backup Trey Benson. I drafted him. That's why I'm holding on to him. But hell of a year from James Conner. This kind of the year of the older running backs, Max. Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Alvin
Yeah.
Kamara,
Yeah.
all those guys 28, 29, 30, getting it done. James Conner up there with them. Arizona's 1.5 point road favorites in Seattle. This is going to be a great game. 47.5 point over under, tied for fourth, highest on the week. Seattle, they're 21st against the running back position in fantasy football. Fire up James Conner. I'm Trey Benson could possibly be flex worthy in deeper leagues, but I'm going James Conner to find the end zone against the Seahawks boys. They're
Oh,
going to need him. My buddy, Mr. Tutty, James
okay.
Conner in Seattle this week.
Yeah, you're right about him having a career year this year, Cole Breezy. We said that last year of his contract, they're going to run him into the ground, everything he has left, and we'll see if James Conner gets signed by anyone else next year. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if he can play 16 or 17 this year. Never
Yeah,
been
we'll
done.
see. We'll see.
Never been done.
All right, Cole Breezy. Let's move over to the wide receiver position. I don't think we've ever brought this guy up either. All right, we got some fresh names here. I'm going
Like
Lad McConkey. Lad
Lad.
McConkey, the rookie from Los Angeles Chargers. Once again, taking on Baltimore. Baltimore is ranked 32nd, dead last against receivers. And I'm going to be honest, this looks like Herbert's favorite option. Okay, I thought that maybe it would be Quentin Johnson. You know, we didn't really know. We didn't really know. Quentin Johnson's getting some touchdowns. Don't
He's
get me wrong.
solid. He's
But as
playing
far as
solid.
targets go, Cole Breezy, it is Lad McConkey. Last week, he had 6 catches on 9 targets, 123 receiving
Whoa.
yards. That's 16.3 fantasy points. I think he only has 4 touchdowns on the year. Let's get another one. My buddy, Mr. Tutty, against the worst
Lad.
passing, worst defense against receivers in the league. Count on him getting in the end zone, everybody. Lad McConkey, fire him up.
I like that. I like that. I almost went that stack with Justin Herbert. You know, Baltimore dead last, like you said, against the wide receiver position. But yeah, I like my Georgia boys. Lad McConkey. He's going to be a player. My extra juicy dog at the wide receiver position for week 12. I don't know if we've talked much about this guy either, Max. I'm just saying it again.
Ish.
New York Giant Malik
Oh,
Neighbors
yeah.
versus the Bucks. He's wide receiver 13 this year, full PPR leagues. He's fourth in the NFL with 94 targets, but he leads the league in targets per game. He missed, I believe, 2 games. He's averaging 11.8 targets per game. They're feeding him in New York. They're feeding him almost 12 a game. His targets each game 10, 11, 13, 8, 15, 12, 18, 7. That's a lot of volume. We know Danny Dookie Jones just got benched this week. Tommy DeVito's coming in. But I don't think it really matters. I don't think it really matters. Tommy
He's the
DeVito.
offense. He's the offense.
Yeah.
It's all about neighbors.
Danny DeVito started plenty of games last year for Dookie Jones. Did you see Dookie Jones got put to 4th string quarterback and he's playing safety with the scout team?
Really, they're done with him.
Yeah,
They're done with Danny Dimes.
There's a big clause in his contract, just like we saw with Russell Wilson last season out here in Denver, where if he gets hurt, if Daniel Jones gets hurt, then he gets his money. He gets his money fully guaranteed. So New York's not playing him. New York's not playing him. But Malik Neighbors, fire him up. The Giants are 5.5 point home underdogs. Tommy DeVito's going to have to chuck it 25, 30 times. Tampa Bay, they're 26th against the wide receiver position. Outside of Tyrone Tracy Jr., you don't want any other New York Giant.
Nope.
Fire up Malik Neighbors.
I love my Malik Neighbors, one of the bright young faces here in the league. Good call.
Real quickly, did Arizona make a mistake drafting Marvin Harrison Jr. over Malik Neighbors?
Oh my. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is still really good. I think they'll figure it out. Okay, I think they'll figure it out. I think both. It could have been a flip.
Good
But
one.
they're both really, really good. I wouldn't say it was a mistake. Nah. All right. Let's move over to the tight end for the Extra Juicy Dawgz. Go Breezy, we haven't talked about this guy too often. I'm sure we brought him up, okay, but not too often. Sam Laporta.
Ooh, Laporta body.
Yeah, bringing him up, going up against Indiana in Indiana. Indiana's ranked 26th against the tight end. Last week, Sam Laporta had 3 catches on 6 targets for 66 yards, and he had a tutty. He got in that end zone.
Uh-oh.
He's been so on and off, Cole Breezy, especially these last 6 weeks. He's had a touchdown and then nothing. Apparently, this would be the week that he's not going to get in the end zone, so I'm not going to call my buddy Mr. Tutty. Not happening. Not going to happen. But a team like the Lions that scores so many points, it seems like they score more points on 1 week than half the league does. Like last week when they put up freaking 52 points. unreal, unreal. Such an elite offense. Sam Laporta is going to get his touches. Okay, in Indiana, they blow against the tight end. Have him in your lineups. You know that he's got to be in your lineup.
Yeah, Indianapolis, they blow in general. They blow in general, but I like to pick their Max. Laporta, I think he's been inconsistent up and down because he's been banged up. He's been hurt a little bit. But yeah, I like that. I love that Detroit offense. Ben Johnson, he should be the number one hire for head coaches going into next season. The Detroit OC. If you need a head coach, you better get him in the door. You better get him in the office.
Bears.
My tight end for this Extra Juicy Dawg segment to wrap us up this week, Max. Saying it again, another guy we barely, if not even, talk about this year. I'm going big Montana Will Dissly.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa.
Going a little stack here with Herbert.
All right.
Going a little stack here with Big Herb versus Baltimore in this hardball game. Will Dissly, tight end 19 right now, so maybe streamable, maybe. But he's heating up with Herbert. Let's look at these last 5 games. Last week, 4 for 80 and a tutty. Week before that, 5 for 30. Let's skip that Cleveland game. Brown shut him down. Before that, though, 5 for 41 and 8 for 81. He's got 30 targets in those 4 games. Fine.
Damn.
Not a lot of tight ends with 30 targets in 4 games, boys. Herbert's looking for him. The Chargers, like I said, 3-point home underdogs. Going to have to be throwing a lot. 50.5-point over-under, tied for highest of the week. This might be my favorite game of the week, Max. This might be my favorite game of the week here. Chargers and Ravens in L.A. Baltimore, the 23rd against the tight end position in fantasy. Only touchdown of the season for Will Dissly came last week. And I think he's going to stay one. If anybody's catching one, I'm with you. I think it's going to be Ladd. Any thoughts on big Montana Will Dissly?
I'm surprised. I'm shocked on those stats. Justin Herbert apparently loves to throw to the tight end now, which is great. Nice short little dump offs. No wonder why Herbert's only averaging 170 yards, it seems like.
Yeah.
But he's playing it smart. And apparently a reliable tight end. I didn't even know about Dissly until you just brought it up, Cobreezy. So, hey, why not?
He's coming up. That's going to be an exciting game. You know, you got J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, O.C. Greg Roman all coming over from Baltimore to join Jimmy's staff, leaving Johnny. So I think it's a lot of storylines here. I'm going to have that one on. I hope that baby's broadcasted.
Oh, yeah. Please.